Hey, hey, hey.
And now,
We are post
celebration.
celebration still. Listen, it has been an epic 24 hours. Congratulations once again to our Las Vegas Aces.
Right.
Thanks to all of
I don't
you
know
that
why
are
my
out.
hat's on a lean.
You should do it. Listen.
No, I said I don't know why my hat's on a lean, but we'll make it lean.
Oh.
It's rock because it's faded too from
Lean with
yesterday.
it, rock with it. Yeah.
It's faded from yesterday too. It was turned up. It just went left. Like
It was a great time.
it
Shout
really
out to
was.
everybody that went out there, that enjoyed, that celebrated the city, that came out even if they didn't go to a game, but they're still showing love for the city, that
Right.
intend to. Hey, and maybe this is what makes you an Aces fan for next year. You know,
Yeah. Hey,
everybody has their turning point. You know,
if they didn't see
for all
that
the
final series, I don't know. That should have been it right there to
I
be
know,
like, I'm with
I know.
these girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is. They had a large crowd. I think Chet Buchanan mentioned that they could have filled like 5 Michelob Ultras, which would equate to about 55,000 people there. Originally, they were blocking off just the southbound lane of Las Vegas Boulevard. And then midway through the ceremony, they announced they had blocked off the north side too, because there was just so many people that came down.
Yeah, because I got on the other side of the northbound so I could see all the other players on the other side of the bus. Because when they were turning, you couldn't only see one side. So when I got on the opposite side of the street, see everybody. They should have done that. But I like how they did it. It's very well executed.
We started off we had a nice group out there. Shout out to all the ladies out here. Shout out to our girl Edith. Yes. And shout out to everybody that was out there doing the thing. So, but after this picture, I think all of us went into our we all found our own little niche into where we're going in there. Everybody had their own story. Everybody had some great action, some great shots, some great videos. We're definitely going to share. I want to make sure that everybody can kind of get on. So if you're watching now, share to your other Aces friends, tag them in the post, because a good 8 to 10 minutes of video here that I've been trying to sort through. When I tell you, between me and shout out to Natalie, she was my little intern for last night. Between her and I, first of all, my Apple storage, it got the warning last night because I had so much stuff on my phone. I have 200 gigabytes on my iCloud, and I got full last night. So I had a bunch to go through and delete and complete. But overall, I think it was a success. Whether you wanted the full strip parade or not, I think no matter what, it was beyond expectation as far as people able to get down there. It was fairly easy access. Everybody was able to kind of have a good visual no matter where your standpoint was.
Yeah.
It was definitely crowded too. You know, it was definitely crowded. So, you know, it was a great time. It was a great time. So before we get into any other topics, we have a few topics we're going to touch about. Mainly today is just about the Aces. So if you were at the parade, please share your experience. Shout out Natalie. Yes, my little intern rocks. Thanks to Mo. Yeah. But if you had an experience, if you were there, please share it. I do want to just start with, let me see what I want to start with. Let's see. We'll start with the owner. We'll start with Mark Davis. Here's his little spiel for the beginning of the ceremony.
We are getting our world champions, and I just can't thank you all enough. Without you, we couldn't have done it. Let's move on. All right, let's have some fun tonight. Make some noise for Mark Davis.
Yeah. Great intro. Great intro. Shout out to Chet Buchanan too, because he did
a great job.
Yeah, and he did a great job emceeing, and he had good footage posted on his Instagram posts and whatnot as well. So
there was like so much that was out there.
Points.
Yeah.
It
was a really good
I think this was a great plan too, Mel, just to have it executed this way. Everybody was like, oh, why not a parade? If you saw the sky and you saw how that went down, optically, it was not a good look for those ladies. And it was unfortunate because it didn't show a full city turnout for them. Blocks were empty. They were sparse. I think this gave us just enough of what we needed, if not more, within that radius. You know what I mean?
And I had told some people too, like, Google Chicago Sky Parade and just look at that. Just watch
well,
it.
I just told people look at this Chicago side. Yeah, exactly. Like I didn't even
and granted, Chicago's had numerous championships. I mean, it's nothing new to them out there. So maybe that put a factor into it. But for us, you know, having it be the first one, maybe that had something to do. But yeah, it could have been longer. Yeah, it could have been more. But I feel like, you know, I bet like I can only put it towards a parade I went to. Like I went to the Seahawks parade when they won the championship. Granted, there's tons more fans that were out there and there's a lot larger scale, but you'd have to also make that whole parade day like an actual day, because you want to make sure you have an ending point. So if this was the stage, you want to make sure wherever people started that they have the opportunity to come to the stage and watch the people speak. So for the Seahawks parade, everybody's all over the city on the parade route, but we're all ending up at CenturyLink to watch the final, you know, presentations and the people speaking.
Gotcha.
That takes a lot of time. So if they were to do that, you know, it could have been a while. Plus, you don't realize 3 of our ladies are leaving for Australia. Like, if not already, they're leaving soon because FIBA starts in Australia. The games start on Thursday. Here's the roster right here. So of course you got Chelsea and Kelsey and Asia. All 3 of these ladies, if they're not gone yet, they'll be leaving soon. They're going to be probably missing the first game, which is on Thursday. Like the Sun players who had just lost Sunday, they just touched down yesterday. I think Alyssa Thomas and Brianna Jones had just touched down yesterday. So it's a bit of a process. Plus the time changes and all that other stuff can really be a lot. I don't know. Yeah.
You said
it. Let's hear from our coach Hammond, huh? She had a great. I love.
Yeah, I liked her too.
Yes.
Y'all are beautiful. Y'all are beautiful. Oh man, what a journey! What a journey! Now I'm new to the desert, and I didn't know y'all were gonna show out like this. But I'm learning. Listen, let me tell you, there's a lot of things that go into this. This doesn't just happen. Number one, we got the best owner in the league in Mark Davis. And, Mark, get up, man, Mark. There's a lot of people that say the right thing, but don't do the right thing. This guy puts his money where his mouth is. After that, let me tell you, I'm super blessed to be here. I thank you all for showing up, because at the end of the day, representation and showing up counts. It matters. Okay, and then I got to show up with a roster. I got a roster.
She got a roster. She got a roster. Did I need to? Let me remove. Oh, there we go. She got a roster.
She got more than a roster.
And from what I hear, it sounds like all these ladies are good to go back for next year. Like, this is our team again, unless they make some decisions with rookies or maybe, but those I think like the starting 5, I think are pretty much, I think everybody's
set to go.
So this will be big time.
Well, that's great. I mean, like I said, the girls were turned up. It was just a whole like atmospheric thing of energy. I mean, fans were wearing regalia that you hadn't seen in a long time. They were wearing stuff that, you know, you didn't think some of these people had. And then saw a lot of my local peeps, people, you know, I hadn't seen in years. It just was a gathering of a lot of Vegas natives and then some new Vegas that were Aces fans. And then the Aces fans as a whole, like, it was there. She's absolutely right that the representation matters. And Mark did do a great job of obtaining this franchise and making it what it is. And she, to me, is just the ultimate as far as executing what we had in our roster, thanks to Bill Lambier, because he did draft those players. She executed that roster like fully functioning, and this is the end result. First year out, like we said that. We said that was going to be the case because we knew Becky and knew who she was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And shout out to Jiggy because, you know, he had given us access to the Aces from day one of them coming to Las Vegas. I actually got to see him yesterday. He was actually casual, had his little t-shirt on and a little brimmed hat and kind of kicked back. And, you know, I just told him, I was like, you know, this has been 4 years. I think we're all excited, but I wanted to ask, you know, obviously from the native Las Vegan perception, like, what does this mean for you and for people that have been born and raised here and to have your first championship?
I think it's just I think it's surreal. That's why I told you, I said, I can't do any media work today. You're not about to get me like that. No way. I'm going to be out here turning up. This is the first time I never would have thought in my wildest dreams, being born and raised here, that we'd have professional teams, not to mention 3 professional teams, and 1 to bring a championship to our city within 4 years of being here. I mean, that's incredible, you know, and everybody was thinking, oh, the Knights are going to do it because, yes, they were nominally to get to, you know, Stanley Cup finals. Didn't happen.
Right.
But I never counted our ladies out because we watched our ladies and we followed them. And so I think it's out of body for us. I think it's surreal. It's one of those things that you just can't even put into words. It's just the euphoric feeling of actually having a celebration, something that is nice, you know, that we're getting into for our city. That's other than gambling and entertainment and game. This is sports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
besides concerts and stuff, we're using these venues
all of that.
For actual,
you know, we got something else. We got
sports
something else
and
to
players.
Party for.
Yeah.
We have a reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Celebrate these ladies, and I mean, shoot, I'm all about it.
It was dope. I do want to show a couple. So I know the ladies had probably boarded these buses about 5 and were already pre-funking probably before they got on the bus.
I think they've been drinking since Sunday, to be honest with you.
I wouldn't doubt it. And I had to show this one because, listen, KB was on it. And all of the ladies were on it, but I definitely got our little video of her chugging down some of that LeBron James tequila.
Okay.
It was pretty cool. It was nice.
That's cool.
It was nice. And I think everybody by now has seen the video that's gone around that when Kelsey took someone's phone and was doing like a whole video for them on their phone because she caught it from the bus. I actually caught that on footage. And there was like one clip of the video where you could tell she was a little panicked that she might be dropping this phone. But it's pretty funny.
Yeah, don't drop the phone.
Don't drop the phone.
We don't want you to.
You do not want to do it.
Phones. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah.
Hey, thanks to everybody that's in the comments. We appreciate you. Please share. Follow us at Girl Chat Sports. We definitely have more videos to go. The Aces really did that thing. I mean, and I will say this now, if you're watching or share, just if you're around children, just watch out. There's a couple of videos. A couple of the ladies let loose on some words, so you might want to earmuff a couple times. But overall, I think it's just the excitement got to everybody, and everybody was just having a ball.
They're just elated. I mean, this is crazy.
Absolutely, absolutely. Of course, my personal favorite, my Husky alumni Kelsey Plum, showed out, and she's a dog. And listen to what she says, and we'll see what everybody thinks.
Hey, where my dogs at? Hey Vegas, I just want to say, first of all, thank you for coming out. I love y'all. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. This is a long time coming, and I just want to let you guys know. That this is just the beginning. We just getting started. That's what I'm saying. We got a lot of bad bitches on this stage. I just want to let you know, every time I step on the court, I'm going to be a dog for every single one of y'all. And we're going to do this every fucking year. Let's go!
The dog.
I just want to let you know. I just want to let you know. Famous words. I just want to let you know.
It's just the beginning, and we are just getting started.
We are.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I see back-to-back potential with these ladies. 100%. For sure.
They're already the favorite to win for next year as far as
I'm
the
sure.
sports books.
I'm 100% certain that would be the thing on the books. I believe that. I totally believe that that's the case.
Absolutely.
I'm
hey,
so
what's
sure.
up, Kente? Kente, he loves the speech from the Aces.
Listen, yeah, I see that.
We got more to go. There's still some great
She's
stuff.
She's cranking them out. Keep it going.
I'm cranking them out. Listen, I've had to go through like at least 1,000 pictures and like 100 or 200 videos. So I've narrowed it down. There's some great ones that I missed. Like there's one of Kelsey. She's doing a selfie video with Asia, making her smoke the cigar because Kelsey had a cigar when she walked on stage. So it was like peer pressure, hit this. It was pretty funny. Some great dancing ones, just FYI for some of the ones that obviously may have copyright infringements. I had to add a little extra music to it in hopes that YouTube won't kick us out for that one. Right. But there were some good ones. Our previous guest, Nikki Vargas, she had a great speech and really appreciation for Vargas. Chelsea Gray. Yes.
The first championship we brought back was the Commissioner's Cup. They didn't name her. Did they name you to the Commissioner's Cup? No. They didn't name her. All-Star. What happened at the Commissioner's Cup? We had to put in work. They didn't name her to first and second team all team. They didn't name her there. And what we had to do? We had to come away with a world championship. All I'm saying is we put you on alert and you better recognize. Let's go, Las Vegas Aces.
Right.
We put you on alert and you better recognize. Most definitely.
I know that's right.
You better listen. They really, really killed it. I'm
glad you also heard Chelsea her flowers too on that.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
and
great.
we heard from the general manager as well, Natalie Williams. I didn't get a great video of that one, so I didn't share that. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Miss Bondi. Thank you very much.
Out. Yeah. That's Mel. Listen, I was being a fangirl. I was being a total fangirl.
And that's okay.
There's no way that I could not celebrate this in my city where I was born at Sunrise Hospital back on October 10th of 1975 to see this now. A celebration. I mean, listen, check this out. I was turned up, okay? All the way up. And I had a blast seeing our ladies win and see every little detail of this. So, Mel, I have to give you props because you was working it, girl. I wasn't getting that close. I was in that crowd.
I still got some more. Yeah, we got, like I said, the media had a good little spot there in the pit. Although there was a few. Here's my thing: when you're in media, like shout out to Cassandra, B. Sal, saw all those guys there. One guy was, I don't know who he was, but he was just super tall, but he was in the very front of the media row. And I'm just like, I mean, no one can really. Luckily, my smart thinking self had brought my selfie stick with me. So I had higher access throughout. I'm videoing, I'm hitting play, and then I'm, recording from far above. So that's really worked out well.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It worked out great.
Yeah.
Now a little message from Chelsea Gray, the finals MVP, which we had put her as a recognition in our girl power, and we wanted to give her flowers. And the whole WNBA has now given her flowers in regards to.
They need to.
They do.
As they should.
Hey, listen, they didn't make me all these different all-stars and teams, but we got a chip and I got a ring, so that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cry, dear. I got the best teammates and staff in the world. I got the best family over there in the world. Make some motherfucking noise over there for the Bay, you feel me? I'm so thankful for y'all. I'm so thankful for my teammates. We lit all day. I'm just so glad we won a chip for the city. Mark Davis, the best owner in the goddamn world.
so happy to be a part of this city, a part of this family. KP already said it. We're not done up in this thing. You feel me? We still going. That's one. I'll see y'all next parade. You feel me?
She did it. We're not done. She said it.
We're not done.
There again.
No,
we ain't done.
We're ready to repeat.
Coming back. And I bet you they have a bigger celebration next year. There's probably a lot more fans.
I'm ready for the
My thing is that everybody that comes to that celebration, the parade, the rally, whatever you want to call it, be at a game next year. If you haven't gone to a game, get out there, see a game. Literally, tickets were $10. Sometimes they were free. There's really no excuse at this point. Just make it happen.
Yeah. I mean, with everything you said, I need the videos to keep rolling though, because I know we only have an hour, and we have 12 people in the chat, and I need this thing to keep rolling. Show these videos, Mel. Okay, I wasn't in that pit, and I'm anxious to see the close-ups for what you have.
Let me give you Asia.
Keep that going. MVP. And she's a 6'4" forward from South Carolina. The WNBA Defensive Player of the Year and a 2-time MVP, number 22, Asia Wilson.
Yes, and that was the thing too, because when we were on the street and the bus was coming by with Asia, I have video footage of them shouting MVP to her as she's throwing up that Magnum champagne, as she's like up there just chanting with the crowd. I mean, it was just electric with that, especially with the MVP chants. It was wild. It really was.
Yeah,
she was. But I love the crowd's just energy. Like all of that came out. You could hear the crowd roaring, and the chant of MVP, to be hearing that like closer and more in depth was incredible. Like I just, we hear it in the stands, but you don't hear it like just with people around you. You're in this cloistered just space, and everybody is chanting MVP to this woman with their towels, waving like you were at the game. It was great.
It was great. It was it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Let's see. I got Chelsea. So I've got the ladies just dancing. I had to mix little songs in here so we wouldn't get too. But the ladies were going off all day on stage. Like it never stopped. Somebody was always there. And let me tell you, Sydney Colson was live the entire parade. Like I don't know if there's a forced quit, but she had her phone in her face or in someone else's face the entire celebration.
Oh yeah, I saw some of her live. Did you see it on Twitter?
I
saw
live
some of
action
them, is amazing. Great footage there, Sydney. She
had
to do it.
And she's mentioned that she'll never stop going live too.
No, yes, you got to. You got to. Come on.
Here goes a little bit of the ladies celebrating to begin with. I'm also pretty sure that might be the most I've seen Jackie get up or move. Even when she came to the podium, she's like, you guys know I don't talk a lot, but I appreciate y'all for coming out. We're here. I appreciate y'all. Love you, whatever. And then she comes up and you see her dancing again. It's like, it's nice to see some of their personalities coming out, while they're out there celebrating and enjoying the times. But good stuff. This other video is just a few pictures that I wanted to add. I forgot to put music on it, so I'm going to see if this background music will play while we're doing it. Let's see.
Yeah, the whole chant of Let's Go by Glorilla is just icing on the cake with it, too.
Yeah.
That is so the song.
Works. Here we go. So it should be noted that while during the ceremony, Dearica basically lets everybody know that she's pregnant with baby number 2. Mo, I'm not sure where she went. Maybe she had something going on. But Dearica is pregnant with baby Legend. She made that announcement on stage during the ceremony. So that's dope for her. We'll curious to see how long till she's due and what that maybe means for her and next season. I think Mo left. Dang, I didn't know if maybe that was it. It was also shout out to Governor Sisolak. He was present, as he always is, even at games. He basically proclaimed, what was yesterday? The 20th, September 20th, 2022 was Las Vegas Aces Day. So shout out to the Aces for getting their own day. Here we go. And that's pretty much, I mean, it's just such an amazing time for all those that did go, that were present. What's up, Tasha? Tasha in the house. They're a great team, great crowd. The crowd was amazing. Like I had been in the front, and because I was in the front, I wasn't necessarily able to see all that was back there until I was able to make those videos and see kind of what was out there. And shout out to Fox 5 News, who literally had coverage from like one end to they had people up at Dre's in the balcony. They were flying drones. They had, and
I saw those drones
all over the place. Yeah, it was great. So they had some really great coverage as well. But yeah, so that was, and like I said, it's officially Las Vegas Aces Day yesterday. I just told them that Dearica announced that she was pregnant.
Oh yeah, I heard that part. That's great. I don't know why my thing was spinning. I had to tap out, tap back in. Yeah, that was awesome news, because that's when she's playing on limited minutes now. I have all my suspicions about her being a little bit. The doctor was like, okay, you can play, but just a few little minutes. Yeah, but she still did that darn thing.
What's up, Chris? He said boys work at Margaritaville and they got crushed.
I know they did. I know they did, Chris. Listen.
I know anything that was near that portion of the strip that had a view to the strip was probably going to be slammed.
It was. I mean, you can see even over at the Paris and all of those people in the balconies of those places, the beer park, all of that. Even the bridge where I was at from Bellagio, I could see from over the crowd stand just to get a crowd photo. Like it was amazing, so. And I feel you on that, Chris. It was a celebration. Everybody's supposed to be 4 shots in.
Everybody. And Asia said that to begin with when she first got in. She was like, hey, who's 4 shots in? Listen.
Right. I couldn't do it, but,
Yeah. I wasn't there.
There's no way I could do that.
I don't even.
There's no way I could do that.
Liquor, so
but I was on that fun high for real of partying. That was great.
It was great, and the vibe was great. Everybody was kicking back. It was super, super cool. I do have one last video. This is kind of like the ending, or maybe it was just the catching like the whole vibe of the audience and stuff. So we'll check this one out. Listen, the confetti was flying. The confetti was everywhere. I think you muted yourself. Mo, you're muted.
Pop a champagne like you won a championship game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you do. And it was exactly confetti everywhere. It was great. Yeah.
Cannon Chris blasters, said that that he does smell a repeat as well, and that Becky should have pulled a Pat Riley and guaranteed it. Well, I think beyond Becky, I'm pretty sure Kelsey, Chelsea, and everybody else pretty much.
She did say that, and she didn't put it at the mic, but I'm sure she said that in the locker room. I'm sure she's co-signed with the ladies on it, and I'm sure she's going to say it in future interviews upcoming, because that's coming next. Okay, and you know, I'm waiting to see the White House trip. I can't wait for that one. I can't wait for any of that.
Listen,
that's going to be. We got all of that coming. Just understand, this is.
I'm guessing it's gonna. That's usually later on, because if they're ladies or even in FIBA, it's gonna have to be. But that's pretty dope. That's dope. I'm excited for that.
Barack Obama had sent out a tweet. Anita Baker sent out a tweet.
Anita said she performed during the first home game next season. Shout out to Cindy Colson. She told Auntie, we need Auntie here. And Auntie was like, Auntie can't make it, baby, but she'll come and make sure she's there singing with her microphone.
Go ahead, Anita. We need Anita Baker. Yes, for sure.
That would be the greatest
thing ever. And she'll do it too, because she's done that for other games. So I know she'll do it for us.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, that's our girl power segment. These ladies have killed it all year. We've been talking about them all year. Actually, for the last 2-3 years, we've been talking about having that first championship coming from women, making it happen. Absolutely. The ladies, the ones that do it first, and we're here, and we're actually seeing.
And that was the thing too. Amazing. My celebration was the fact that it was ladies that did this first.
Yeah,
and that's what made me even more elated, is that the women stepped up and once again and brought a first championship to the city.
It is. For those that are just tuning in, if you've missed the Aces portion of this first half hour, hit the replay, watch it again, because that's all of the Aces segments I have. So I want to make sure that you guys do get to see the footage that we had. Feel free to rewatch it or save it for another time. But yeah, it was good stuff. You know, the city of Las Vegas did it. They really worked it out. They made it happen in a small amount of time as well. And knowing that they had time constraints, they couldn't do it on the weekend because some of those girls had to leave. Ileana Rupert, shout out to her. She already had to leave to France, so she wasn't even at the parade. And Chet made sure to shout her out, and to, you know, for the fans to appreciate all that she's put in for the team as well. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Also in Vegas news, the official dates for the Formula One have been released. The Formula One will be hitting the Strip November 16th through 18th, 2023. So if you plan on making a trip to Vegas and don't want to pay a lot of money, do not come during this time. I've heard that that hotels have already been booked and crazy things have already been happening, but this is going to be one thing that you don't want to miss at all. Listen, a whole Formula One Grand Prix through the streets of Las Vegas.
Where's Lewis Hamilton? That's all I want to see.
Yeah, there you go.
I just need him to come through. I need to see him.
Come through.
I need to see Lewis, and this is the opportunity. So, and they've got the registration. If you guys haven't signed up for registration, they're sending out text messages to reserve your tickets, to do all of that good stuff.
$7.77.
Right.
Is your reservation.
That's what it is. And I honestly have already done so. And so just go ahead and everybody sign up, because this is going to be something that this city has never seen once again. Right. So it's going to be pretty exciting for November. That's for sure.
I just need a group of people to get together and get one of those Cosmo corner suites where you get the entire balcony on the outside from the whole angle, and you could.
Well, you know some ballers. Reach out to them. I'm sure you do.
Hopefully it's not too late. Hopefully it's not too late. In case there's some ballers watching, you never know.
Yeah, that too. Book that corner suite. Don't be creepy about it, but book that suite. We're trying to watch the Formula One race.
We're throwing a Formula One.
It's a party. Okay.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Yeah. On a side note, I did want to shout out my Huskies, because we played Michigan State on Saturday, and our quarterback, Mr. Penix Jr., is amazing. We beat Michigan State, who were ranked. I think they were ranked 11, 17, something like that. But now the Huskies are now broke into the top 25. We're ranked number 18. I feel like the Adidas curse may finally have left. So shout out to the Huskies, our new coach, the new system. It was looking live. I was getting a lot of texts on Saturday about, man, your guys' team looks good. I'm like, listen, it's surprising me too. At least I got one football team that's out there trying to make a difference right now. Moving on into the NFL, I had another video. I'll post it in the Girl Chat Sports group of the Brandon the Benchwarmer or whatever that we posted last year. He does like a recap for every week. So week 1, we posted the recap last week. There's a week 2 recap, which was hilarious, basically breaking down the brawl between Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore, which happened between the Saints and the Bucks. Mike Evans being suspended for a game. He appealed it. It got upheld yesterday. What's even funnier is that now Mike Evans has also been banned for life from a bar or a restaurant in New Orleans. They're like, no, we're done. you came for us.
Well, you violated one of their guys. You know, the Saints are all one. So you violated the city when you did that. And they've had previous beef, and the beef just came to the field, of course. And all the memes were hilarious. I mean, everybody has seen all the different memes. The chicken on Family Guy fighting Peter Griffin. I mean, that was kind of what it was. So that was tempers flared. The funny thing about it is with Mike Evans' contract, he restructured his contract. So instead of having to pay a 6-figure darn near fine, it got reduced to like maybe $50K. Yeah. Lucky him. He didn't have to pay that big money because I think it was going to be like 500-some-thousand or something crazy.
Well, it got his suspension is going to cost him $62,000.
Right. Okay.
Which, because I think his contract was worked out to like 1.5 or something like that. Yeah. So he definitely didn't hurt him as much. But shoot, for throwing a punch or starting a fight, you got to pay $60K. Like, I mean, I guess if you got it.
I mean, that's a fine. Unsportsmanlike.
And his excuse is he was sticking up for Tom. I guess there was some issue. I guess one of the DBs, or if I don't know if it was Lattimore or not, had come after Tom Brady, and he was trying to stick up for Tom.
He came out of nowhere and blasted him. And the thing of it is like I said, they had previous beef. So all that was an excuse to get out there and do that again. You know, Tom Brady just happened to be the catalyst for that reasoning.
Absolutely.
Mike Evans, you got me tight because I had you on my fantasy league, and now I have to bench you.
Yeah. I know there's some people that have popped in, Aces fans. Our first 30 minutes of the show was all of our Aces footage. Yes. So feel free to go back, hit the replay when we're done, but definitely check out the footage again. We moved on to a little bit of NFL before we get into our picks. Trey Lance got injured and is out for the season. Luckily, the Niners decided to sign Jimmy G back for this year. So Jimmy G got in, I think, at the second quarter, which I think hurt our team, the Seahawks. Not to say that the Seahawks are playing good, but I think we could have played better against a Trey Lance versus Jimmy G, who's throwing the ball the entire time.
I had picked you guys to win because it was against a Trey Lance. I didn't expect Jimmy Handsome to come out there.
Exactly.
And the thing of it is it's a ha-ha for Jimmy Handsome because Jimmy Handsome is now like...
This is I don't want to say I told you so. Right.
I don't want to say I told you so. Right. And it's unfortunate for Trey Lance. You know, you don't want to risk injury or anything, but to be out the whole season on something like that, it's just
especially
not
your
good.
Starting season.
It's not a good look. But that was kind of like maybe you weren't meant to be in the position just
maybe that's a sign, you know.
Maybe you weren't injured, meant to be there. Yeah. Like, come on.
Yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Cooper Rush gets a big dub for the Dallas Cowboys. And I think that was the biggest memes that I've seen was that Cooper Rush won, but Joe Burrow's not.
What's going on with my guy? Then he's going to go on social media and say, or go to his press conference and say, well, I got rid of Instagram and Facebook. But you didn't get rid of TikTok,
you didn't
get rid of TikTok, sir. You could take all those too. Those mean nothing to me. It's when you get rid of TikTok. TikTok is the thing now. If anybody's not knowing out in the audience right now, TikTok is the most addictive social media thing out there. If you can handle it. There are nights that I have gone through TikTok and look up at 2 in the morning.
I can't.
You are in a rabbit hole. He said everything but the major one. Like, we don't even care about the Facebook and Instagram. That's easy. That's light work. He didn't mention TikTok, sir. Did you take your TikTok down? And he didn't mention that, so I'm thinking that one might still be up a little bit. That's what I'm thinking.
That's crazy.
Yeah, sir. You mentioned the
so two. Yeah, because he basically was saying that it's because he wants to be more concentrated on not going.
Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. You take those two off. I can concentrate.
I guess we'll see.
It's the TikTok.
Because listen, for Joe Burrow to have the trifecta of receivers there, and for them to be 0-2, and to have gone to a Super Bowl.
I'm sorry. Yeah, all of that.
Ooh, yeah,
he didn't get rid of the TikTok.
No, not at all. The Dolphins beat the Ravens. I didn't see that one coming. They had a 21
Honey, they came back, and I didn't see that coming either. I really was like,
listen,
what
Tua is starting to become. Let's give it another week or so. Could
it's
be
early.
I'm not about option. I mean, that's.
I'm not about to carry him just yet. It's too early.
Yeah.
It's too
Speaking
early,
of too early, last week we talked about Geno, and everybody's on the Geno bus all of a sudden after a week 1, win over the Broncos. And I mentioned I'm not ready to put a decision in yet. I need a good 4 weeks. And after Sunday's game versus the Niners, I'm still gonna need that 4 weeks, Geno, because the way that it went down on Sunday. I mean, we lost, what was it, 27-7 or something? I mean, I will give the Seahawks offensive line credit because Geno did not get sacked. And I believe that Russell probably could have been sacked 3 or 4 times. I believe he was sacked probably 2 or 3 times during his game where he got booed on his home opener in Denver. Shout out to Natasha because she was there. And I couldn't believe my mom had to tell me to turn that game on because I wasn't going to watch it. But the fans literally booed Russell Wilson at their home opener in Denver because they were playing so poorly against the Texans. They did end up winning it. However, that first half was, I think, like 9-6 Texans. It was crazy. Yeah, so I'm still not sold on Geno. Hey, we won the biggest game I needed to win, but it would be nice to get a couple others. I think we're in Atlanta or something this week, so maybe that can bring me some more joy or not. I don't know.
Marcus Mariota over there, right?
Yes. Which he wasn't playing very. I think he had an okay week 1 and week 2. I don't think he did great last week. Yeah.
He did.
But I know who did. Jalen Hurts. Listen, Jalen Hurts. He joins Mike Vick to be the only Eagles quarterback in franchise history with 300 pass yards and 2 rushing touchdowns.
Jalen Hurts basically made the NFC look good last night for the first time. He's the only one that showed up as an NFC quarterback, and they played that game on Monday Night Football, both offensively and defensively, on both sides of the ball. They looked amazing. That was the best NFC game to watch. It really was. And that was the best the NFC has done this whole freaking start of the season. East. Yeah. Well, I'm saying your whole conference. NFC? I'm saying the whole NFC. He's the best quarterback I've seen watch so far. Have you seen any great quarterbacking? You didn't see any great quarterbacking from Tom Brady, did you?
No.
Exactly.
So I have him on my fantasy team.
And you didn't see the greatest from Geno. You didn't see the greatest from Matt. You didn't see none of that. You saw it from Jalen. Jalen did the best so far in the NFC that I've seen as a quarterback. Definitely wasn't Dak Prescott, was it? No. So
wasn't Rodgers either. But Rodgers is shorthanded over there too.
He was the best one. He was the best one. I said this is the best quarterbacking I've watched since this doggone season started. Now we know what Josh Allen's going to do. That's light work. We're talking about your NFC, and this thing was amazing on both sides. So I have to give him props on that. That was a great game.
A funny story coming out of Philadelphia for that game too was one of the kick returners or a punt returner. His name was what is his name? Oh, Britton Covey. So he apparently got pulled up from the practice squad early Monday and was headed, and the attendant at the players parking lot at Philadelphia in the stadium there wouldn't let him in. They said they didn't think he was a player. He's the guy there with the white and blue polo shirt on in the picture. So he had to park where tailgaters were parking and where the fans were parking and get into the stadium that way.
That's so dirty. But I mean, can you blame him? Because the fan with him, the guy on the right looks like he plays for the team.
Right.
Not the one in the polo.
He looks like he just left school.
Sir, I need
and
you to, like you left your muscles at home, sir. I need you to go back home and get those muscles and pack them back in your bag. You left a lot of stuff, sir.
Oh,
he looks like one of the kids. He looks so young too. He looks like one of the kids. I mean, can you blame him? Like he's got this little little polo.
He looks like he just got out of school. Like he left his college class and had his book bag around his waist or something. Like
I don't know. But his muscles were missing too. I felt like he left those at home and need to go grab those. Because the guy on the right in that photo looked like I'm like, which one are you talking about right now? The guy on the right?
Right now. No, it's not him. Right? No, it's the guy in the polo.
Oh, is that something?
Also slumping Ryan Tannehill and the Titans. down 41-6 or 7. They put in their rookie quarterback Malik Willis. Listen, it's sad that King Henry has to deal with such.
Is it though? Because he didn't want to leave, you know. Had opportunities. I don't know.
Listen, we'll take him. Shoot, we could use another running back. But
he acted like he didn't want to leave, so you know, you gotta stay there. Work that out.
On to baseball, besides your Dodgers that clinched and the Astros, the Mets and Braves have been added. First of all,
before we even get on baseball, I have to say something because you did not talk about my Raiders at all. And I wanted to and I'm so glad that you avoided it. I'm so glad that you avoided it. That you wanted to focus,
because I be bringing up stuff sometimes, and you'd be like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
But you just give me a chance. Give me a chance. Okay. That's all I ask.
Okay, so the Raiders had a close game.
The Raiders had a terrible game. Let's not even call it close game. They had a terrible game. Okay, we were 27. Okay. What was it? 27-3 at the third quarter.
You were up, yeah.
We were up, and for some odd reason, Derek Carr forgot that he was a quarterback, and Josh McDaniels forgot that he was a coach. And they started calling.
And you were there too, right?
Huh? I was there.
Yes. Yeah.
To the point, I mean, what happened? I don't even have an answer for you guys out there in Raider Nation land, but I have to speak on it. We've got to do better. We've got to be better. For us to allow a 3-minute play in defense side where Kyler Murray is scrambling around to the point he's just standing there looking to wait to pass the ball with no defense coming at him was absolutely ridiculous. The fact that we had to go into overtime with these guys and you repeat the same play when we get possession of the ball, you're going to pass to Hunter Renfrow after he fumbled it the first go round. So and I'm down. Shout out to my brother. For the end zone seats, and then there was empty space because we were leaving our seats to come down to see the overtime game. So there were seats available once you leave because people thought it was over, didn't think it was going to go into overtime. You have a line. I saw number 28, number 17, number 83 to the right of Derek Carr. You got Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, and Darren Waller. Not at any moment did you decide that that's going to be the way to go. No, you're going to go to the left to go to Hunter Renfrow again, who fumbled the ball. So after that, we could have got a field goal kick and ended this thing. But no, they didn't do that. No one has an answer. Press conference, they didn't have an answer. I mean, it was just very, very shocking, devastating. And I must be in this, again, masochistic relationship with the Raiders. It's like a domestic violence thing because we can't get out. We can't get out. We can't get out.
Shout out to Frank David. He said, I know the answer. We need Coach Becky in from the
Aces. Basically. Thank you. We need something. Can
we give her an honorary assistant coaching job or something? You know?
What was Lombardi thinking as our offensive coordinator? Like, that game, we should have won that game. We should have won that game. You got to take advantage of DeAndre Hopkins being out on a 6-game suspension.
Absolutely.
You got to take advantage of these things. And for us to be up like that, and I blame the guy at the end zone at the Winfield Club for popping bottles way too soon. Now, he could have been popping bottles for the Aces announcement. They don't know when that went down. But
and that was dope that they showed the game they showed the Aces game within the Raiders game.
No, they just showed the Aces winning. No games. I had the game on my phone.
Not the whole game, but they showed like when they were when they finished the game and they won. I think they
just showed clips of that, but they showed basically the marquee of them. Congratulations in a picture. Okay, basically
cool.
But which was great. But at the same time, like to watch that game and watch this game, I felt comfortable because we were in the lead, so I could watch the Aces and be okay. Yeah. It was just when that second half turned, that's when it was like, oh my God, it's over. And for everybody else that's putting out that narrative that some fans slapped Kyler Murray at the end of the end zone when they won, that's not true. What I looked at in the video looked like they were trying to slap his pads, and it was a miss. And it was a Cardinals fan. So stop.
It wasn't. I'll show you. I actually had to put it in slow-mo, which unfortunately this isn't in slow-mo, but I did it a still of the guy that it was. So I didn't get it in slow-mo, but if you look at the picture, that guy in the blue shirt in the background, he actually reached over the Cardinal fan and slapped Kyler in the face while the guy that was in the front, the Cardinals fan, had patted him on the shoulder.
Was he intentionally trying to slap him?
it looked, well, I don't know if he was intentionally trying to, but he got him, he went like this in the face while the other guy got him on the shoulder. And it was so quick. I'm going to try to see if I can slow it down and add it to our group.
Yeah,
later,
I don't think it was a slap. I'm still not buying the fact that it was a slap. I still feel like he was in the moment.
He definitely got hit on the face when I did the slow-mo.
But I don't think it was intentional because it wasn't a closed fist or a punch. I think it was them trying to get to touch him. Now you want to touch a fan and it just inadvertently gets to be like a slap. But that didn't happen. And then, like I said, everybody's blaming the guy that popped the bottles for jinxing us too soon. I mean, listen.
Well, and then Kyler had a terrible first half, but for some reason, he like all of a sudden in the fourth quarter went off. He was scoring. Like I had Kyler in my fantasy, and I was like, man.
When he scrambled and ran in for the touchdown with no defense on him was when he got activated. Okay, he was scrambling for literally 3 minutes, running in circles. None of our defensive. I don't know. Chandler Jones was on a milk carton. Nothing from him. I mean, this is the guy that we put the money on. This is the guy. Oh, Raiders, we got to do better. And we're going away this week. And I don't even know. I wasn't expecting to start like this. I really wasn't, especially with what we got. So that's my Raiders. Yeah. We can go on to baseball now.
Just a couple of things about baseball, but I do. Natasha said that's how Kyler played in high school. I mean, he's been playing like that. That's
he has.
The Kyler Murray style of football. Frank said you guys better win. You guys better win. I mean, we all want our team to win. An option.
You know? I don't know anymore. I don't know. We had our chances to get Tom Brady and Gruden that for us. So no.
So in Major League, obviously we are in the home run watch for Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge, he tied Babe Ruth yesterday with his 60th home run. He's trying to get 61 to tie with Roger Maris. If he
fan gave him his ball back.
Yeah, that's dope. I mean, hey.
That's
a good fan.
That
could have sold that for some money, I'm sure too. But
no, he didn't get no money for it. He didn't want anything, and that's the thing.
I'm saying he could have got some get some tickets.
No, he didn't get anything. That's what everybody's tweeting. Oh. He didn't want anything, so they didn't give him anything.
His loss.
I know. Like, come on, you have a valuable ball. I'm sick of these people getting these monumented things and not getting some reciprocate. I hope Aaron Judge looks out.
I think they'd be so into the moment they don't think about it. You know, they just be like, "Oh yeah, here," and then they're like,
"Very nice of him to do so." But I feel like Aaron Judge. I'm sure Aaron Judge will come out and do the right thing.
Yep.
Even if the guy.
So we've got about 14, 15 games left for teams. Right. Like I said, there are four teams have clinched. We got 8 spots left. Of course, my Mariners are still one of those trying to get in, which didn't help that we lost 3 of the 4 in the series versus the Angels, who are officially out of the playoff race. And then, of course, losing it yesterday to the A's. And I don't even want to know what the score is now with the A's, but my Mariners need to get it together because I need to be at a wild card game come the first week of October. I'm putting it into existence. I don't care if it's in Seattle, which I'd prefer, or if it's in Cleveland. I don't care. I need it to happen. Breaking this curse.
I mean, you guys are still in the middle of the 5th inning with nobody on base.
But losing to the Angels, it's like the Angels and A's, they just have our number, and for some stupid reason, like we can beat the Yankees 2 or 3 or the Braves 2 or 3,
right? But
we're gonna lose to the Angels and the A's. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Whatever. I did have a question for you. I don't know if you've seen anything else. This picture of LeBron was posted thinking that he may have finally let go of his hair and all the spray and coloring. Do we think this is real or is this
He says filter? He has a square head. He said it's a filter. He said it's a filter. I mean, only time will tell when we get into the season of NBA.
I hope just let it go, LeBron. Many people do it.
It's hard to let go. It's hard to let go. And I'm not going to speak on him. It's hard to let go. I know people that have pieces of hair that are locks that far supersede a hairline. And they hold it on. So we all would love him to do us this honor and favor to do so. Because he claims his hair is square, his head is square shaped. So I think no, he's not going to do nothing.
So we want to keep seeing your Bijan or whatever dripping down and like missing during halftime because you've already sweated half of it out. Like, no, just shave it. We don't care if it's square.
I mean, Savannah gotta love it. She like it, I love it. Whatever.
Right.
He said his head is square shaped, like I said. So that has to be a filter. Didn't look bad on him because his beard game is strong. But
yeah, I mean, he looks fine. Yeah, Chris, he's got a big head, but he's a big guy too. So, you know,
I mean, that's what baseball hats are for. You got Laker caps. We could do that.
That's what it is.
I don't know. This guy, I can't speak for men. I don't know what you guys go through with your baldness thing. I don't want to overstep. Sounds like it is a crisis. Sounds like it's a serious thing. Eventually, he will let it go. He knows the joke. He knows. But he's got the means. Get a transplant. I mean, if you want to save for your hair, get a transplant.
Right? What's that? What's the one company called that be doing that?
I don't know. I can't. Like I said, I can't speak on this men thing for them. I really can't. But I'm just saying, he's got the means to get a transplant if he wants to do something about it.
It is what it is. We're gonna get into a few sneaker drops before we do our picks for week 3. First, we've got. Oh, here we go. Whoops. I've got the Air Jordan 1 High OG denims. These are releasing tomorrow, as well as the Air Jordan 1 Low and Highs. These are the split. So this is the black and white split. Kind of interesting. It's not bad. And then you've got the Nike Dunk Highs, the LSUs, which some are also referring to as the Lakers, which also come out tomorrow, the 22nd.
All right.
Now, here's one that I haven't seen in a while. I have not seen a pair of Shocks, unless the person's probably in 55 or 60, but these are coming out on Friday, the Martine Rose and Nike Shocks, the MR4. I didn't even know they still made Shocks. I don't know if this has been 10 years in the making, but looks like there's a new Shock coming out. So if you're a fan of them, make it happen. I had to throw these in here because if all of us of age have seen these and remember Shaq wearing these, the Reebok Shaq Attack OGs, these will be out on Friday. I'm not sure who is trying to rock these, but I know there's a lot of old heads out there that love some of the older sneakers like the Pennies and the Shaqs and the Kemps, the Kamikazes, but they still got the pump in them too. So these Shaq Attacks will be out on Friday. And then finally, we've got the Air Jordan 1 High, the yellow toe. These will be out, I believe Saturday is the 24th, right? Yeah. These will be out on Saturday. So there you have the sneaker drops.
You know, I ain't got nothing to say about the
Magic kicks. Yes.
The Orlando, I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. And the Zooms, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
The Zooms are definitely
it's
like
the Reebok pump.
Stuff.
Yeah,
and it's the Reebok pump. Yeah, going back. Yeah.
All right, we got some picks to do. Thursday night football. On shout out to everybody out there that has not realized that Thursday night football is on Prime yet. I had to help my mother personally on finding Prime to watch the show. But if you have a loved one that doesn't have Prime, feel free to share your subscription with them because that's the only way they're watching Thursday night football. Just FYI. Little caveat. All right, Thursday we got Pittsburgh at Cleveland. 5:15 Pacific here in the West Coast. I mean, you know I'm going to roll with the Browns on this one.
I am too.
Okay. And then Sunday. Oh, I don't know. I think my allergies are kicking up. So Sunday, we've got the Saints and the Panthers. This one, listen. I haven't checked my fantasy, but I'm just curious if the Panthers are actually performing. I can't.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, Chris. Nick Chubb is amazing. I wish I had picked him, but anyway.
Yeah, Nick Chubb balls out.
They're at home. I don't
know what I did. I don't have it on my pad of my pick'ems, but I already did the pick'ems for Nordstrom.
Oh, you did?
I can't remember what I picked here. Let me see.
I'm not fully trusting in Jameis Winston yet, and Baker Mayfield for sure. I'm still not sold on.
I'm gonna go with the Saints because they're my second team, so I'm gonna go ahead and just roll with them and rock with them. Michael Thomas is a beast; he's a stud. Right. See what they can do on the road. I'm gonna roll with them.
I'm gonna roll with the Panthers. Just see what we can do here. I mean, they're at home. Maybe that's gonna do. I don't know.
He still got Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, but I don't even think he's been much of a
whoever drafted him, I would never have drafted him because he gets hurt.
I didn't. So yeah.
Oh shoot, shame.
All right, we got the Texans at the Bears. Texans the 0-1 and a tie.
I'm gonna roll.
Listen, is Justin Fields gonna make it happen or what? I'm
gonna roll with the Bears. I'm gonna. God, the Bears were so horrendous too last week.
Their tight end and Mooney. I just want to get Mooney some. Can you please feed it to Mooney? I mean, that's all I need. I've had Mooney the last 2 weeks just sitting there, and he's been like underperforming, just ridiculous. So I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Bears too. We got Chiefs at Colts.
God, I hate to say it, but the Chiefs, of course.
Yeah, of course. I just don't see the Colts really. I mean,
Colts can't do anything.
That part. All right, Bills at the Dolphins. Even though the Dolphins have come up with some great ones.
Now, this may be the upset game.
Really? You think so?
Stranger things have happened on any given Sunday.
Of course.
I still, God dog it. I still got to choose Buffalo just on GP because they are on a roll. But Tyreek Hill, man. Tyreek Hill got me 85 points last week on fantasy because Miami came in. And yes. And I have Tua, and Tua sat on my bench. It was like 40 points because of that win last week. So I don't know.
Oh, my gosh.
Tyreek Hill gave me 85 points. I was not mad at it, and I still freaking lost 17.
I just feel like you can't deny Josh Allen and stuff.
You can't.
It's just this. Now, if Carr and Adams could get to that point, that would be amazing.
It will never get to that point.
But that connection they have is just like ridiculous.
Wishful thinking.
Of course, I got to roll with the Bills too. I got the Lions at Vikings.
I'm going to go with Minnesota because it was a revenge. I mean, they're tight that they lost to Philly. Well,
listen,
they tight, but they broke down.
Kirk Cousins is just not. I don't even know why I have him as a backup quarterback right now. I'm really second guessing my entire life over that one. Like, why would I? Yeah, but I'm going with the Lions. Listen, after watching Hard Knocks, I'm completely sold, and I want to have them get some wins out before I go to Detroit and watch my Seahawks play there because I'm hoping that will be the loss that they deserve. But yeah, Lions are. Listen, Chris, the Lions are his team. Listen. I loved Hard Knocks. I loved everything about it. It was a great show. This past Sunday, one of the guys they had cut on the show actually got put on, I think, a practice squad, signed up back on the practice squad, but he ended up making one of the big plays from Sunday that had them win the game. Pretty cool story. Let's see who we got next. Ravens at the Patriots.
Oh, the Ravens.
Yeah, I don't. Because Mac Jones is gone, right? Is Mac Jones injured too?
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, they said Lamar Jackson's kind of questionable too on his health, but I think he'll be ready by then.
Well, and then we also got to think about when it comes to the Chargers when we get there, because Justin Herbert had a bruised or a rib issue on Sunday. But when he threw that second pass, it seems
I'm still going with the Chargers though.
All right, we got Bengals.
I hate to say that.
We got the Bengals at the Jets.
Jets, man, listen, they won last week. They won.
I know they did. And I know it's the Bengals. I know Joe Burrow's been having a tough time, but I got to go with Joe. Like, he's got to show up. I feel like maybe getting rid of Instagram and Twitter might have helped. I don't know. I feel like
he didn't get rid of TikTok, though.
Who you got?
I'm still going to rock with the Bengals, but I don't know.
But that's an iffy one. I would want to see the spread to really. If I was making the bet, I'd want to see the spread and figure that one out.
I mean, if I was making the bet, I'd probably pick the Jets just as an under for that and see what happens.
Got you. All right, so your Raiders are traveling to Tennessee.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, at this point, I'm curious if they're even going to start Tannehill.
At this point, I wonder if they're going to start Derek Carr.
Ooh, who's y'all backup anyway?
It's a guy from New England. We just got a new offensive lineman from the Patriots.
Got you.
They just signed today this week. Actually, he signed today. I'm gonna rock with my team. against my better judgment, I hate to say this, but we need a win in the win column for the AFC West. We can't be sitting at the bottom of this AFC West. Every team in our division has won a game now at this point, and we need a win. And if it's got to be on the road, let's just do the darn thing.
Chris said the backup is Jared Stidham.
Yeah, Jared Stidham. Yeah, Jared Stidham.
Oh, Stidham.
That's right. And he actually, he's about 1-2 during NFL preseason. But I would have liked to have seen the interchangeables between him and Carr on last week's game. I wouldn't have minded. But it's that Patriot mindset. I just don't know what we. I don't know.
I don't know.
They better not mess around. I agree, Chris. They better not mess around.
I'm hoping the Raiders need to get a win. Yeah,
he might be fired before all. Shoot. You never know. You might be right.
Eagles at the Commanders.
I got the Eagles.
Yeah,
Jalen is looking too nice out there. I'm telling you, he's the best looking quarterback.
Fluke? Is it happening? Is it going for 3 games?
As long as Bradley Cooper's in the building, they'll go for 3 games. Let's go. Because he's flying better than the Eagles fan, and he was there.
I mean, I'm hesitant, but I'm going to go with the Eagles. I just, the Commanders, not say they look good, but they've looked better than last year. I mean,
so early too.
It is very early.
It's too early, but I mean, Jalen looked great. It's giving him the confidence he needs. I'm telling you, they looked good on both sides of the ball last week or this past Monday. It was a great game to watch, and I feel like they can do it again.
Chris said that the Eagles go to the Super Bowl hurts his money. Yeah, for sure. And I think what's funny is all those memes talking about that the world is not ready for an Eagles-Bills Super Bowl because the fandom and the craziness would just be too intense.
Right. Yeah, I agree. But I think that could happen.
All right, so we got the Jags at the Chargers. I gotta roll with the Chargers.
I'm going with the Chargers. Sadly, I don't want them to. I don't want any of the opposing teams to win this week. Honestly,
right.
But if we're doing pick-ems, I gotta pick.
Yeah,
smart.
We got to enter NFC West going on with the Rams at the Cardinals. I know fantasy football fans have been upset with the lack of plays for like Eckler and a few others there.
And Matt Stafford too. He balled out last week, though, and I didn't even start him.
No, there was somebody else, But
I'm going with the Rams, though.
God, I don't know.
I'm going with the Rams because, again, Raiders could have won that game. Do you see how far up we were?
I did,
before? And like I said, the advantage of DeAndre Hopkins not being
once Hopkins come back, you said 6
that's a different story. Exactly. So you need to tell me you're going against the reigning Super Bowl champs. I don't think they can win that game. I really don't. So I'm realistic.
I just want one of them to lose, period. I mean, obviously one of them has to lose. So that way, no matter what, we're also not like the bottom of the NFC West.
I get it. But then
it's tied up. The whole NFC West is tied 1-1 right now. So
yeah. But you got the reigning Super Bowl championship. You have to,
Packers at the Bucks.
Woo! That is the game we've all been waiting for.
Listen, because they've both been playing subpar.
Well, the Bucks have been playing very subpar. No Mike Evans, reminder of that for everybody. So he's going to have to lean on Fournette for a little bit and Julio Jones, and he's got some weapons. But Tom Brady's been very emotional lately, and it's been his personal life has been manifesting on the field.
Personal life has been definitely getting
manifested on the field. So we haven't seen our Tom Brady be Brady. I mean, we've seen him be a comeback Brady, but we haven't seen him really be Brady.
And I am to be Brady for my fantasy league, so he needs to get on the Brady bus.
Oh, you have Tom Brady?
I do in one of my leagues, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, I didn't want to draft him. He's got too much going on right now, and so Green Bay just doesn't have anybody.
I don't know what they were thinking. How are you gonna keep Aaron Rodgers and have no one to throw to?
First of all, you paid him all this money. You gave him a whole bag of tricks, and he has no one to throw the ball to whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, and Chris said that Fournette's a beast. He is a beast, but last week in fantasy he wasn't beasting out. The first week, So I need him to beast out too. I
have him on 2 of my fantasy league. He's going to have to do the work. Like I said, there's no Mike Evans is out, and that's usually his go-to. So now that his go-to's not there, it's gonna be Fournette. It's gonna be Fournette or Julio. It's gonna be one of the other.
Julio's definitely gonna be, I think, one of his main targets for the rest of the year. Period. I think Julio and him have a good connection.
Right. I'm going with Tampa Bay, regardless of his emotions and what he's going through personally and stuff, and Giselle's situation. I'm gonna roll with the Bucks. They're at home.
Now, here's one I really don't. I wish both could just lose. I've got the Niners at the Bucks or at the Broncos. I mean, I don't want to go with the Broncos because obvious, but I also can't vote for the Niners either. So,
well, I'm going with the Niners because I don't want the Broncos. I need them to take a notch under us or something. I just need another L column. It can't be us. So I'm going with Jimmy Handsome. Because he's fine and he knows what he's doing.
And I'll give Russell this. I'll give Russell this one game to root for.
Jared Jeudy too is still questionable out there. Everybody, Jared Jeudy, the new wide receiver. He is second year wide receiver. He is questionable. I was expecting him to ball out on my fantasy league, and he got hurt for his shoulder.
Their running back isn't bad for the Broncos though. He went against us and pulled a few things. So. We got the Cowboys at the Giants. Obviously, I can't go with the Cowboys.
I'm going with the Giants.
And I feel like Saquon's back this year, and
he is.
Let him be. Let him be
Saquon. He's balling.
Yeah. Well, that's it. We got our picks in for this week. I hope everybody out there enjoys their week. Don't forget, if you can, waive your claims if you'd like. There's still time to make some changes to your fantasy football lineup.
I added Jimmy G. I was the only one in waivers that grabbed him on the money league. I was like, let me just toggle and play with him and see what he does. Maybe not this week, but going forward.
Okay.
We'll see what he does.
All right. Well, that's it, guys. That's been it. Again, if you are now just catching the show or caught a little bit of the last second half, all of our Aces coverage from the parade, the rally, the celebration was in that first 30 minutes. So feel free when this ends to go back, watch the replay, enjoy all the footage. We'll be making sure to sorry.
Tilly said it's time.
Tilly's like, Mom, it's time. It's been over an hour. Get off.
Yep.
So yeah, make sure to check out the video footage. We'll be putting some more into our group chat as well as posting some more on our Instagram. Make sure you follow Girl Chat Sports on all your social media. And that's about it. We're about to get out of here. We'll see y'all next week. All right.
Aces.